Hi everybody, I'm Howard and this is Retirement Talk. This channel is about all things retirement, getting to retirement, retiring, and being in retirement. We're going to study various topics over the coming days, weeks, months, years, hopefully, such as Social Security, which will be a big one because it's the one that's most commonly in the news now and what you're seeing and hearing from other YouTubers. We're also going to talk about retirement strategies as far as withdrawing money you've saved, how to optimize your retirement, how to minimize your taxes, how to get to retirement. If you're in retirement now and you other people are preparing for retirement, anyone in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, early 60s would be interested in listening and hearing what we have to talk about. We're going to talk about investing. We're going to talk about economics. We're going to talk about anything to do with retirement. Even some of the softer subjects like, what do I do with my time? How do I entertain myself? How do I stay healthy? Anything that touches on retirement. The main reason for starting this channel for me was viewing other YouTube videos and seeing the tremendous amount of misinformation and outright lies and clickbait. We're going to have a video soon about various content providers on YouTube. Who are the good ones? Who are the bad ones? Who you should listen to? Who you shouldn't listen to? There's people out there just looking for viewers and looking to monetize either businesses they have connected to their YouTube videos or looking to make money off of YouTube itself. That's not the goal of this channel. This is to inform. This is a hobby for me. I am retired. I don't need the money from YouTube. I will entertain and I will inform. My main goal here is to have conversations with people. In the comment section of every one of my videos, I want you to ask questions. I want you to make suggestions. I will reply as I can to everybody's comments and questions, either in the next video after those comments or in the comment section itself. Hopefully at some point that'll be overwhelming for me. There'll be too many viewers and I'll try to get just to the main ones. But in these early months, I think I could manage trying to get to all your requests. I want to emphasize I am not a financial representative of any company. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a tax accountant. I am just very well educated and experienced in these topics, and I hope to share some of that with you. There's another YouTuber named Rob Berger who I think is an excellent YouTuber. He doesn't focus entirely on retirement. He talks about all things investing and retirement, but he's sort of in the same vein as I am, not trained and authorized to do the things he does. He's not making suggestions or advice. He's telling you what he would do, what he knows and what he understands. In the same vein, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus a little bit more on retirement though. So today's topic is, does the government steal money from the Social Security Trust Fund? And this is one of the most common things I see commented on within YouTube videos about Social Security. Reagan stole money from the trust fund. Johnson stole money from the trust fund to pay for the Vietnam War. Nancy Pelosi stole money from the trust fund to pay for the Trump impeachments. Various congressmen stole money, various senators, whoever it is, somebody stole money from the trust fund, and that's why the trust fund is ultimately going to fail, because that money's no longer there and they never paid it back. So we're going to put those claims to rest today. It's absolutely false. No, the government has never stolen any money from the trust fund. That's not how the trust funds work. No one has access to the trust funds. Congressmen can't steal it. Nancy Pelosi can't steal it. Presidents can't steal it. It just doesn't happen. Here's what's really going on. Since 1939, the trust fund of the Social Security Administration has been required by law to invest all their excess funds in government securities, or Treasury Bonds, if you want to call them that. These are special issue bonds. They're not traded. It's in essence just a interest-bearing investment by the trust in the government. So technically, you could say the government is required by law to borrow these funds. There's no choice. They have to take those funds. They take those funds, replace them with Treasury bonds. Just as you or I would buy a Treasury bond in our brokerage account, the SSA buys these Treasury bonds, for which they receive interest. And it's a substantial amount of interest right now. The trust fund currently holds about $2.8 trillion in those Treasury securities. They received about $71 billion in 2021 in interest, and about $67 billion in fiscal 22 in interest. So that's a substantial amount of money that's coming from those investments. Now, the Treasury does pay back those funds. One of the common complaints I hear is, gee, if we force the government to pay back those funds, the trust would be fine. Well, no, it doesn't make any difference, and that's not how it works. The government or the Treasury is required to return the money from those investments as the SSA needs the money to pay benefits. So over the last 3 years, taxes coming in from payrolls are not enough to pay full benefits. So the SSA is tapping those funds, redeeming those Treasury bills and bonds to pay full benefits. If there was not a trust fund, you would not be receiving 100% of your benefits right now. The only reason you can is because there's that $2.8 trillion trust fund. Now, the trust fund is actually suffering from demographics. And what I mean by that is, while there are more people working now than ever before and more money being paid in payroll taxes to the Social Security Administration than ever before, there's just too many people retiring. About 10,000 people a day reach retirement age. Most of them start benefits. Others who have delayed are starting benefits. And the ratio of employees working and paying into the trust fund compared to the number of retirees is shrinking. I hear in a lot of channels, hey, there's fewer workers, there's fewer tax dollars going in. That's not true. There's actually more workers and more tax dollars going in, but the growth of the retirees is outpacing the growth of those funds. And to give you a little bit of an idea dollar-wise of what that means, let's say an average salary of $65,000, which is probably a few $1,000s off, but just around it, would result in $8,060 going into the Social Security Trust from that employee and their employer. If you take the average benefit, which is now going to be about $1,875, somewhere in that neighborhood, the benefit would be $22,500 a year. So you got, for every new retiree, $22,500 coming out, and every new employee, $8,060 going in. So you can see that it's going to take about 2.8 employees for every new retiree. And the number of new employees just isn't growing as fast as the number of new retirees starting benefits. So it's purely demographics. And as that starts to manifest itself over the next 9 or 10 years, the amount of taxes and the amount in the trust fund will be less and less of what is required to pay full benefits. That's why that $2.8 trillion in trust money will run out in 9 or 10 years, whatever that time period is actually going to be, unless something is done to correct that, to change that. If that happens, benefits would be cut anywhere 23-25%, depending upon what you're hearing now. That'll probably change over the next 9 or 10 years. So everyone across the board will get a benefit cut if nothing is done. So what are the remedies? Okay, that we're going to cover in our next video. There's various things that can be done, that may be done, that may or may not be done. I'm going to warn you though, it's not good news. There's going to have to be some drastic changes made, and they're not for the better. But the ultimate goal is to keep benefits, at least for current beneficiaries and near beneficiaries, at 100%. After that, it's hard to tell what's going to happen, but we'll talk about that next time. So in the meantime, please, in the comment section, tell me different topics you want to hear about in retirement, getting to retirement, coming to retirement, regardless of what topic they touch on. Comment on this video, please. Ask me your questions. Again, I'll try to answer everyone's questions. Suggest whatever topics you like. And as always, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that little thumbs up button for me, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.